Hello everybody, this is Jorge Algara 72 with the Trapdoor channel, bringing you today the legal trap. Okay, so first things first, we're going to check out some interesting facts about the name of this trap. So it turns out that nowadays everybody knows it as the legal trap, being the main reason that it lost the final L somewhere in between the years. But the truth being said, the name comes from the French player François Antoine de Legal, who was titled the best player in France around the 1730s. Another name you can find it here and there is the Legal's mate. And finally, another name that this trap receives, especially on the northern European countries, is the Blackburn trap, named after Joseph Henry Blackburn, English chess player who was world champion in 1899. And check it out, this is really cool because he had this long black beard and he was really aggressive playing black side. He earned the nickname of the Black Death, the Schwarze Tod. Isn't that cool? Well, so that covers the names, and now let's go to the trap. The opening used for this trap is the Italian game. E4, E5, Knight to F3, Knight to C6, and Bishop to C4. The fourth most common response from black to this opening is D4, the Philidor defense number 2. This would be the heads up for white player regarding the use of this trap. So we move Knight to C3. Here is where so many players, as soon as they see the pin to the knight, they immediately take it, rushing their bishop to g4. At this point, and I cannot emphasize enough how important it is, pawn to h3, with the intention of making the bishop go to h5. Why is this move so important? We'll talk about it in a little bit. First, I would like to analyze what happens if he doesn't go back and instead he takes the exchange for the knight. So this is the position we were at. Now from here, bishop takes knight, queen takes bishop, and now check out the position the queen has now. A direct attack over the f7 pawn, and because she is supported by the bishop, yes my friend, that would be a checkmate. Okay, so let's go back to the position before the exchange. White moved his pawn to h3, pushing the bishop back to h5. And here's when everyone goes like, what? Because we're gonna take the e5 pawn with our knight. Even though most players know something fishy is going on, it might be a trap, they just cannot help themselves and take it. And it's from this position that the h3 pawn was so important. Because what happens if instead of taking the queen, he goes for the knight that is hanging on e5? If we wouldn't have done the pawn to h3 move, we would not only lose that knight, but also we would not be able to capture the bishop since the knight is protecting it. And now black has material and position advantage. Now, of course that black can also take the knight, even with the h3 pawn. But this way it's a whole different story. Because now queen can take the bishop, even if black captures the bishop on c4. Then we would move the queen to b5, making a check and forking the knight, being still ahead one piece and with a very good position for the rest of the game. Well, but those are the cases that the black player decides not to take the queen and better go for the knight. So continuing with our trap, and assuming everything goes well, the bishop retracts, the knight takes the pawn, black happily takes our queen, the light bishop delivers a check on f7, the king now goes to e7, the only legal square, and we end this by bringing the knight to d5. Checkmate. Ooh yeah. Well my friends, that's all for this video. I hope you really enjoyed it and found it useful. If that's the case, we will really appreciate it if you could click on the thumbs up icon below. And more importantly, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get the most recent uploads on chess traps. Finally, I play at chess.com. Look for me. Let's play a game. Jorge Algara 72. Out.